Okay, guys, so as I showed you guys, I want to make a bullnose for the stairs. Now, nothing happens without making mistakes, and I made some good mistakes. Let me show you guys the mistakes I've made so far. Um, the first one was, let me see. First one was this one. So, uh, ripped, ripped. The center was good. Now, I think what happened was I overheated the corners and it ripped. And then went up to the second one, which I really overheated it and the whole thing just came off. And then I made a third one, which I made also the same mistake. It started to rip again there. And then I made a fourth one, and I think I didn't heat it up enough and it started to separate right there. And then I made a fifth one, which this came out to be perfect. Everything worked great until I went to install it and I broke it. And you can see it's cracked. But this is different than all the other ones. Now, all the other ones, I just took off the little padding here and I just heated it up and started bending it with a blowtorch, not even a heat gun, because heat gun wasn't cutting it for me. It was not fast enough. So in this one, I don't know if you can see, I cut groove here with the trimmer. Let me see if I could break this off actually. So as you can see, I kind of trimmed this off and it was actually bending very well. It bent perfectly. And then I found out that the wood that I was using, which was this, it wasn't thick enough for it to bend over. So it wasn't really giving it the shape that I needed to, or it wasn't really assisting in the bend and all that stuff. So it was not thick enough for me to basically bend it over. And what was happening is when I wanted to put this groove over the lip, I had to bend it down for it to go underneath. And I found out that this is not the correct size of what they use for stair planks. This is actually a little bit thinner. I think about an 1/8 inch thinner than the actual stair lip. So what to do? I built a jig. Let me show you. Let me take this trash away. All right. Ugh. I built a jig. Now, why did I build this behemoth of a thing? So how is this going to work? So basically, how this is going to work is I'm still going to cut a groove down here, and then the part that's going to be going down here, it's, let me actually open these up. This will actually sit here, which is exactly at the point that I needed to bend. Then I'm going to put this here, push it down, push it down, push it down. So this actually holds it in place. So I'm going to heat this up and then have it bend down. Okay, that's the theory. That's the theory. Hopefully it works. So I haven't tried this yet, so I'm gonna try it and see if this actually works. Let's cut this groove first here. I'm gonna see if this is the correct measurement, everything's correct, before I make sure I didn't screw it up. So if I screw it up, I could just move up the, I could move up this a little bit up, make sure it's all aligned. This fits in there perfectly. So I'm gonna do final measurement because it's only 3 screws. I could unscrew it, move it up and move it down, whatever your stair length is and all that stuff. This is how I made it. It's held up with 3 screws, and you could unscrew it, measure from here to here, and then go from there. So I'm gonna do final measurement because measure twice and cut once, right? So let's do that and come back, and I'm going to show you guys how this whole thing works, and I hope it works because I haven't used it yet. So let's do it. Okay, this is being stubborn. The other ones peel out just fine, so who cares? Not even gonna bother with it anymore. So I'm gonna use this trimmer to basically cut a groove in here. Now, how deep do I want to go in? I just want to go in up to this line right here, just to match it up with this. So we're gonna match up the blade. Uh, So that's where we're gonna put the blade, like so. Okay, so now the blade is basically aligned with the lip right there. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's the lip right there, and we're gonna run this like so. But we're gonna do two runs. Right. We're gonna do two runs on this to basically cut out two grooves as this bends. I want to make sure it has enough flexibility and I'm not going to tear it again. That's the whole point. We don't want this to tear again. So I'm just going to see how far I need to uh, do this based on the line I just drew. So we're going to do this here. All right. And we're going to put this here as well. Line it up with the line. And we are good. Just want to make sure this doesn't slide in there. All right, we're good. All right, now let me plug this in. Let's run this. Let's see if we could get this done. Make sure this is on off before you plug it in. Have it sit sideways. And then we're going to use the vacuum as well because this thing probably will, well, it will kind of make a lot of mess. We're going to line this up here. I'm just eyeing it, guys. I'm not really measuring because I'm hoping this is not going to be a test plan because I really want to be able to use this jig uh, for the basement stairs that I'm going to show you guys when I get there and I'm start using it. So I'm kind of hoping this is going to work, and because I do have to make another one for the actual stairs case where my upstairs is coming in. So this is hopefully going to be the sixth piece that I'm going to not ruin. So let's do this again. All right, lots of mess, guys. Lots of mess. But we do this in the name of science. Now it's time for this to go into the jig. And if this works, then we have success. Okay, guys, is the moment of truth. Oh, I just dumped my mic. Not used to having the mic on, so here we go. All right, so it's the moment of truth. Now we're gonna basically unhook this part right here. We're gonna have this lay down here. I'm gonna wear gloves because this is gonna get hot. And I'm not gonna use the blowtorch on this. I'm just gonna use the hot air gun just to see if this actually would work and bend as intended. So stay with me on this one. Let me see if I could rip this padding off. It's just gonna burn. Whatever. All right, I think we got something, guys. I think we got something. No rips. You could go in and adjust as you like. So now this is ready. As you saw, I had to cut this because this is going in my upstairs stairs and I kind of mismeasured here, blah, blah, blah. But let's see if I could screw up the sixth one. But without going any further, let's see how the first one came out. I'm gonna unplug this so I don't accidentally turn it on. Let me put this away. So this one didn't rip. Thank God it did not rip. Still a little warm to the touch, but look at that. This actually came out pretty good if you ask me. It's actually really nice. Look how it came out. So this is the stress point where you want the grooves to be cut. And so again, take your time. If we take our time, this should come out as clean as this, actually. So I'm gonna do the other one now, since I think I had the camera at a different angle for you guys. So hopefully you guys can see this one now, and you guys can see how I could screw this one up, because this basically is the sixth one that I have been trying to freaking bend since yesterday. So as you saw, let's put this in. So the jig works. I'm actually happy to report that the jig actually works. All right. Now let's get the heating. Let's get the heating. And I have a feeling my heat gun's about to go out too, because, you know, Harbor Freight, you know, has a lifespan of, I don't know, a few years, not long. I've had this actually for about 10 years now, to be quite frank. So 10 years is a long time for this heat gun, and I've used the crap out of this thing. But I could hear the fan starting to go out. Uh, it, it, there's some stuff in there, but you know, this was a cheap one, Drill Master. I don't even know Drill Master is still around. It probably is. I don't know. Um, but you know, again, I'm a DIYer. I'm not a heavy user of these things, but I've had this for 10 years. I think it's made its money. It's made its presence worth pretty well. Um, and guys, this jig that you see right here, this is actually a stair plank that they actually use for new construction to do stairs. So it's a lot thicker than what I was using. Um, but once I'm done, we're going to go upstairs and actually do a test fit and see if everything fits. And I hope it does. If it doesn't, then I'm in hell of a trouble, I'll tell you that. Because I didn't just finish my entire upstairs flooring not to be able to do this. And it's very hard to match the stair nose with the flooring that you have done. It's very, very hard to match. Not a lot of companies actually have the stair nose. Not a lot of companies make it, and if they do, it's crazy expensive. It doesn't look good. It doesn't snap into your flooring. There's a lot of stuff you got to do. Um, so yeah, uh, I hope this works. I really hope this works. Kind of nervous, but if the first one worked, this one should work too. Happy about this, guys. I'm happy, happy, happy. All right, let's let this cool down, then we'll be right back. And these are because of the stairs. I need the little piece to be sticking out, so that's why I cut it this way. But super, super happy how this is coming out. Let it dry out, then we're gonna install it and see. Hopefully, it fits. Okay, it's the moment of truth, folks. Let's see if this actually will fit. Oh, fits beautiful. I don't want to hammer it any harder because last time I did, it broke.
There's a lot of stress on it.
Yep.
Did you use the metal side when you were using it the last time?
No. All right, so this piece actually gonna get glued in. I'm just doing a test fit, making sure everything fits. But this one will actually get glued in. So basically it'll be permanent, well, semi-permanent. I'm gonna use a liquid nail to put this in. So this way, this doesn't move. And actually, I don't need to trim the bottom either because it actually fits perfect. But yeah, I'm gonna use liquid nail to put this in, and it should be in within 24 hours. It should be good to go. But yeah, it's gonna snap off because I'm gonna try to push this in. All right, it's actually snapped in perfect. But even though I'm still gonna use liquid nail, so this was a success. Let me show you guys how it looks from the front view. Look, it fits perfect. This is the bottom. I don't have to do any trimming. It fits perfect. The size is perfect. Right there. It's fully snapped in. So this is what it looks like. And that's how you make a stairs nose with the jig. So it looks perfect. And that piece is gonna get cut out, so I don't need that piece anyways. This piece is gonna, I'm gonna trim this out as well right there. It's gonna be trimmed out. That there's gonna be a wood trimming that's gonna go over it, like so. So you won't even see the gap. So that was a process. Well, let me know what you think. Let me know if this actually helps you with your flooring project that you want to do. I hope this helps you out. It definitely helped me out. It was definitely a learning process for me. But other than that, it actually it did work. So I'm happy about that. And yeah, I'm gonna show you guys how I'm gonna do the stairs for the basement. But that's gonna be the next video coming up. Not after this, but it's gonna be a while. I have other projects coming up. But this one, it wants to be in the video. But yeah, so I'm really happy. This actually worked. I'm super excited. After 6 attempts, this actually worked. So let me know what you think. Leave your comments down below. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Peace out.